Less of a movie and more of a 1-hour special episode, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always commemorates the 30th anniversary of the Mighty Morphin franchise. With that framing in mind, it delivers just about everything you'd expect, for better and for worse. A few members of the original cast team up with other familiar faces from the more recent spin-offs to stop a classic villain. And it captures the franchise's signature schlocky look and feel as though it were made back in 1993, when the series first debuted in the US. It's just as cheesy as ever, and the plot won't exactly thrill those of us who have grown up since the Rangers' heyday. But what elevates this special above just a trip down memory lane is its intimate focus on the tragic, real-world loss of Yellow Ranger actor Thuy Trang, and its surprisingly emotional story about grief. It's morphin' time? More like it's crying time. Trang passed away in a car accident in 2001, but Once and Always is the first time her death is acknowledged in canon. Her final appearance on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was in the Season 2 episode Power Transfer, where Yellow Ranger Trini Kwan, alongside Jason and Zach, left the team to join a peace conference. This special offers fans some closure as we learn how the Yellow Ranger met her fate, meet her daughter she left behind, and see how the team grapples with her tragic loss. It's a heavy subject to tackle in a series that usually keeps things light and fun, so it's a credit to the scriptwriters that they handle it with such genuine heart and sincerity. Original Mighty Morphin actors David Yost and Walter Jones return to their roles as Billy and Zach, respectively, and as they mourn Trini, it's clear to see they're expressing actual grief about losing their real-world castmate and friend. While Billy and Zach try to deal with the returned Rita Repulsa, they also struggle to raise Trini's daughter, Min, and it's their fatherly relationship with this hot-headed teen that forms the tender, emotional heart of the story.
She killed Mom. We gotta destroy her.
This is Ranger business, okay?
Let us sort this out.
It's not much of a surprise that Min wants to take up her mother's power morpher, but understandably, Billy and Zach aren't keen on the idea after what happened to Trini. They're full of lessons about the dangers of seeking vengeance and become overly protective of her. But Min has a fighting spirit and some slick martial arts skills to match. She's an effective centerpiece of the special, as she embodies Trini's kindness and humor, yet also she's consumed by a rage that makes her unpredictable and brash, and very entertaining to watch. Once and Always may have a serious subject at its core, but it still remembers to have plenty of fun. There is playful martial arts action, weird monster villains, and colorful settings galore. As one would expect from a 30th anniversary special, it goes hard on the nostalgia. And as someone who grew up watching the show religiously as a kid, the many callbacks definitely did the trick on me. That said, I had to put my childhood Mighty Morphin fandom aside and truly reckon with the lackluster quality of this special. Despite its earnest emotions, it has a clunky plot with dialogue that ranges from cheesy to cringy. Nearly every aspect of its production, from fight choreography to special effects, feels like it didn't get the love and attention it deserved. It's enough to make one question if it was made this way on purpose to channel the vibe of the original show, which was gleefully and pridefully corny. Perhaps it was. Maybe that's all a feature, not a flaw. And it's tempting to wave away all these issues by saying that's how Power Rangers is supposed to be. But that's not enough to shake the feeling that a special celebrating the legacy of Power Rangers deserved better than this.
Are you breakdance fighting?
Finally, it seems prudent to address the various issues that led to some strange elements in the story. For example, in a bizarre twist, Rita Repulsa returns as a robot, seemingly so she could be voiced by longtime Rita voice actress Barbara Goodson, who delivers her usual evil excellence. Also, according to original Pink Ranger actor Amy Jo Johnson, the other original members of the Mighty Morphin cast were asked to reprise their roles, but because they declined, the reason the writers came up for their absence is just silly. It's just silly. Even for Power Rangers. This did allow for Rocky and Kat to come back for this special, and while it is nice to see them in action again, unfortunately they don't factor into the story much, so they mostly serve just to pad out the roster. It's also worth noting that Once and Always was filmed before the passing of Green Ranger actor Jason David Frank last November, so as the special pays tribute to Trang's Yellow Ranger, it's hard not to think of him too. This all boils down to a special that feels incomplete due to the missing cast members and also a bit unwieldy as the story contorts in strange ways to deal with these various issues. Thankfully, its heart is in the right place, and it's nice to see Billy and Zach elevated to leading roles.
It's time for revenge!
So here are my final thoughts. While Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always has a deeply emotional story at its center and plenty of fun, nostalgic moments to enjoy during its 1-hour runtime, it's hard to shake the feeling that this special needed better effects and dialogue and everything to make it truly Morphenomenal. But if we're expected to overlook problems like a nonsensical story and missing cast members, it would have been nice to see the Rangers in action as we fans remember them in our minds rather than as they actually looked in the 90s.
Once a Ranger,
Always a Ranger.
It's morphin' time!
Thanks for watching. When you check out Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, let us know your thoughts in the comments. And for more reviews, keep it here on IGN.